Hello guys, Zennosh here and welcome to Exos Heroes, and today let's discuss on a particular question regarding this game. Is Exos Heroes really dying? And the answer is simply no, not right now, but the future don't seem to be really that great either in terms of revenues. It's really falling down quite sharply. That's it, let's get this started. When Exos Heroes came out for the first time in the mobile gaming market, it really did create a very huge impact. It was definitely a visualism gameplay and amazing artwork of the characters, very amazing designs, very amazing skill animations, and so much more just got us real good. And this game was really making about $1 million per month and was really able to stabilize it for lots of months out there. All right, every month it was always $1 million or $1.2 million or $1.4 million, something like that. But right now the revenue is sharply falling down, and according to the Sensor Tower, for the last month it actually only made about $400,000 per month. And well, $400,000 is pretty good cash, okay, and it's definitely quite enough to sustain a game, more than enough to sustain a game. That's why Exos Heroes is not going to get down real that soon. But you know, like, when I actually did check out last time, it was about like $800,000. Then it actually went down to $600,000, and it actually went back to $800,000. And now, just recently, I came to realize it's only $400,000. So that means like the player base are totally pissed with the Exos Heroes. Like developers, or let's say those managers out there. Why? Because there are several reasons. Number one reason, thanks to the faulty updates that actually happened pretty recently, engine updates and so much more, so many players were not ready for that one. Okay, the update in engine and so much more. Because of those updates, so many devices instantly became invalid. There were so many devices that could not actually play Exos Heroes anymore. So if you are not gonna make your players being able to play the game itself, then how are you going to rack up the revenue, right? Simple logic. Alright, so pretty much like they actually played a very active role in killing their own game. And there were so many times when the game actually had a lot of bugs, it had a lot of errors, there were so many black screens going on, it had a lot of crashes, and it is still crashing around, yes, in the PvP battles and so much more. Especially if your device is kind of a little bit old and it's not really up to the requirements, you are definitely gonna suffer a lot, okay, in this game. And definitely, thanks to the new updates, the requirements for this game is actually kind of climbing up and up and up, which is not really the scenario for so many games out there. Alright, like let's say for example, King's Raid. It's updating like over and over and over again, right? But still, even our old devices are still being able to handle the King's Raid without any problem at all. Whereas for the Exos Heroes, within 1 year, they have made such kind of updates that actually, you know, like made so many players not being able to play this game anymore. And that is really sad. And the next reason is due to the lack of contents. Yes, it has a lot of contents, but not engaging contents, okay? It doesn't have really that engaging new contents that would give us a lot more satisfaction, a lot more, you know, like pride in grinding and to show off. I mean, like, it's a collectible game. It's something that we would really love to use as a platform in order to show off to other players, like how much I have grinded, how much I have really earned, how much I've really able to get better even as a free-to-play player, and so much more, and this and that and this and that. You know, like the grinding in this game is so much limited. When we are talking about the challenge, you know, like in the growth mode, we can only run 3 times per dungeon, right? Per day. Only 3 times per dungeon, and that's it. That's it. And that is also the reason why most of the beginners just cannot, you know, like progress in this game super fast. Because of that particular limitation. They're totally limited. Whereas for in the other games, like let's say Epic 7, like we have got Summoner's War as well, we have got Air of Light, we have got so many other RPG gacha games that actually really promote like any new player out there to max out their hero units real fast as soon as possible in terms of both hero wise, the character wise, as well as the gear and equipment wise as well. Like King's Raid as well. Think about it, right? The Grand Chase and so much more. They are so good. Whereas the Exos Heroes right over here, even the beginners, they will be like, oh my god, that's a lot. We really have to be very patient in order to really have a good team working before we can be very competitive out there in the battlefield. As a free-to-play player, they will actually start to find they have no chance at all. So that is the problem, guys. That is the problem, all right? This game really should provide us those kind of opportunities, those kind of contents that would allow us to grind even more and more of those particular items, or let's say those kind of materials that would allow our heroes to grow real nice, real good, real fast, so that we can be competitive as soon as possible, so that we can start clearing a lot more contents out there in the game without any problem at all. And that would be the greatest thing. And I would also really love to say that, like, like those interactive type of contents, or those like events would be really helpful, where we could actually keep on grinding for like new character, shard by shard wise, right? Fate course and so much more, like in the daily basis. The event should actually come out like on a weekly basis, okay? Like every week there should be a new event where we can grind for a new hero, maybe for a specific fate core, maybe, right? And something like that. That would be much better, but there's no such thing like that over here. And usually events do only come like once or twice, like those kind of grinding stuff. Like let's say for example Co-Raid, it actually lasts for 2 weeks and it only comes like once per month, right? Which is so sad. And Quantum Raid, what is that? It's so funny and it's really like distasteful, that Quantum Raid. Like what kind of content is really is that really? Like so sad. Exos pass, a monthly mission pass and stuff like that. That's just the general grind. It's not something different. That's just like, like playing the same old shit again and again to just do the missions that are just newly created. That's it. Not new content. That is just some like, like regular grind. So what is the new thing out here? Nothing. And that has actually made the community very disappointed towards the Exos Heroes developers. Now the next point. There was this one time when Exos Heroes developers really paid no attention at all to this game. They were totally silent. Yes, you heard me right. They were totally silent that time. They actually did not do anything at all. And at that time, it actually kind of felt that they were actually giving a lot more focus to the Smash Legends. Yes, they were thinking that like this game would actually give them a lot more leverage. And look at it. This is the revenue that they are making right now, thanks to the Smash Legends line games right over here. Last month, it was like $100,000, and now it's only $50,000. They actually put the bet on the wrong card. Alright, they had this game which was actually making like $1 million per month, and they were investing on that kind of game which is now only making $50,000 per month. And it actually requires even more server, like because it's a PvP type game, right? So yeah, and let's look for the app store. It's only $200,000 right over here, guys. Look at that. total mismanagement, guys, and they really did not give much of thought into it, and they really did bet on a very like in the wrong card, okay? And they really like totally neglected Exos Heroes that time, and so many players were totally pissed, including myself at that time. Like, wow, Exos Heroes was totally left straight at that point. Like, it was really their cash cow, and they really did nothing about it at that time. And the most like disastrous thing that actually happened to Exos Heroes was its anniversary, the first year anniversary. Think about it. Well, the events at that time were so much underwhelming. We had so much expectations out of Exos Heroes that time. And man, the events at that time, it was so freaking underwhelming that we were thinking like, is it really a first year anniversary? It's just a normal event. Or it's just a normal stuff. What is it? And that made so many players quit at that time as well, I believe, because there were so many enraged players at that time. That's the another thing. And there are so many other things that have actually eventually led to the downfall of Exos Heroes recently, and I think it will actually keep on racking up. And personally, in my own opinion, like, guess what, guys? Yes, the apology compensation rewards have been really great thus far in Exos Heroes compared to any other RPG gacha games, but when it comes to the regular events, yeah, usually the prize, the rewards are not really that super. It's not really that something that actually caused kind of like a little bit of hype from the heart within. Okay, it's not really that exciting. The events, it's so like distasteful. All right, yes, there are sometimes there are really good events that actually just keeps on giving us really good, but like when the devs really screw up the events or some kind of banner, that's only the time when they actually like rewards us really good. But when it's the normal event, usually the rewards are not really that good, and it's something that like it's better to skip. Like, shall we really even work for that one? Like, are the Exos Heroes devs really trying to tease us? Yes, there are so many players out there who would say, hey Zennosh, why are you complaining? I mean, like, it's better to have something rather than nothing. I mean, like, these are really good, why not? Why don't you just, you know, like, be chill about it? Well, it's not just me. There are so many players out there who would actually have the same thinking. How about that? Alright? Because in collectiveness, it's really not that healthy. It's not really that good. They could have done much better. So yeah, there we go, guys. Those are the various reasons why I think Exos Heroes is not really doing good. It's really falling down. And if the trend continues, oh well, let's see what's gonna happen with the future of Exos Heroes. This game surely do have a lot of potential, and it can still make a very massive comeback. I really do believe in developers. All right, they can really make a massive comeback, but well, are they really willing to? That's the main question. Are they really willing to? Are they really willing to make some major effort into this game? Well, that's up to them. And the next thing is that, like, last but not least, one thing that I am really noticing about the Exos Heroes is that, like, they make no attempt to try to make contact with the content creators like us. Give it a thinking. Just give it a thinking. Like, I have been approached by so many game developers out there, like, can you please promote this one for us? Will you be trying to partnership with us for this one and that one? Will you be like interested in promoting our games, like here, there, like, just, you know, like, like, just display the link out there and stuff like that, and so on and on. But Exos Heroes, it never did that. Like, no, it has no intention of making any contact with the content creators. And there are so many content creators who just left this game away, and they are and those who are actually like kind of like staying around, they are like kind of, you know, like they are dying as well, including myself. You know, like, nowadays I'm not really getting that amazing views in Exos Heroes anymore, because I know that there are so many players who are not interested in this game anymore. So this game is totally being carried out by some of the few chosen whales. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're still really investing a lot in this game, but rest than that, well, rest is up to you guys to decide, like, what is the real cause. Anyways, that's it. That is pretty much it for today. See you guys in the next video.